Hey blessings, it's me Desi Marie, and today I have Itsdeonta, the artist, the guitarist, singer. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Deonta.
Deonta, who influenced you?
I'd say my mom did. She's raised me in a single home, and she was a hard worker, and she really taught me to, no matter what life throws you, you got to keep going. So I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, shout out to his mom.
Yeah.
Who supported you in your process of becoming an artist?
My mother did. My father did. I had a music teacher who gave me my first electric guitar. So those are the three. Yep, those are the ones that really the beginning, before all the music, before all the shows. Those are the people that were there. So yeah.
That's actually amazing. It's like growing up, because me and Deonta, we went to Mount Morris together. We went to school together, and I remember seeing you around, and I always knew that you was an artist. I don't know. An artist know an artist when we see an artist.
That is
if
true.
that makes sense. And I just knew that you would be someone. So for me to support you, and I'm clapping for you. I'm always clapping for you, whether I'm wherever I'm at in the world. And it's really crazy that it's crazy, and it shocked me, and it's so surprising, and I'm just so proud of all that you're doing. So I'm super thankful and grateful to have you here today. And it was super shocking, and I'm happy to see you perform for the first time at Ujima. If you do not watch the video Ujima, the Kwanzaa event that I went to for the first time, stop this video and go watch that video. Yes. But who gave you your first opportunity to sing on stage?
My first opportunity to sing on stage was I was in church. I was about probably like 5 years old or something like that.
5?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's young.
Yeah.
That's really young. Did you start playing the guitar in front of others, or did you start singing first?
I actually was playing guitar in my room most of the time. I went out and got a guitar, and I was like playing these songs, and I was like, well, somebody's got to sing them, and I just started singing. And even though I couldn't really sing when I first started singing, I was like, well, you got to keep going, you know. So eventually I found my voice, and I plan on sharing my voice.
I don't know. It's like, as of me as a person, I'm always thinking when I see someone, I kind of read them a little bit.
Yeah.
And growing up, I could read that you were this personable person within yourself.
Yeah.
You were always pretty distant. I always saw you wandering off, doing your own thing. So I'm like, he's really gonna be something. I don't know what you're gonna be, but I just knew that it was gonna be something huge. You were gonna shock the world, and you're definitely shocking the world with what you're doing right now. I'm looking at questions, by the way. Just want to let y'all know that. What made you want to start making music?
Well, growing up, I just listened to a bunch of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think my earliest influences were Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean.
Tyler the Creator.
Then I went on to rock, was Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, just a bunch of people, and I was just I just knew I wanted to do that. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Tyler the Creator influenced you?
Yeah. I love Tyler the Creator. It's from
yes.
I was 11 watching Mortar Squad, listening to Goblin. I was I love Tyler the Creator. Most definitely.
We have that in common. Yes. What do you have in store for your music in 2022? Sorry.
2022. 2020, part 2. This year, I'm thinking about an entire rebranded thing with the genre in itself, the music. I plan on coming out with merchandise and music videos and little stuff, collabing with more artists, especially around my city, because I'm all about really going into the community first before going anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of people tell me you can go to Los Angeles or Tennessee, but I'm like, no. I want to start a foundation right here in Flint. So that's my goal, is to start that foundation right here in my hometown.
And that's great. It's you do not want to run before you can crawl.
Exactly.
Jumping too quick, everything happens for a reason, and everything takes time. Building that foundation here before elsewhere is ideally important.
Yeah.
And it's great that you're taking the steps to get to where you want to be instead of just jumping the broom and, you know, possibly fumbling what you have now.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's amazing,
Exactly.
and I'm happy that you're sticking within your community, and it's going into the community, and it's sharing your art within the community, because there's a lot of art and lots of talent and hunger here.
Lots of hunger, yes, and not a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
So that's the plan. If I can
Yes.
do anything, I want to make opportunities for people like me. And
Yes,
so,
and if you see this video, I actually have an opportunity for artists coming up. I'm trying to plan something right now. I'm always planning something, but this is going to be pretty interesting. So whenever I drop this opportunity, tap in. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see the updates of what I have coming up. I did my first fashion show August 27th, and I really want to do something for the artists now, specifically the artists of some sort. I'm just trying to think of what I can do. And also, if you have an idea of what I can do to help artists, please comment below. Like, that's really what I want to help with, is the art and in this community specifically. So comment below what you think that I can do. Possibly give an idea. If you want to collab, comment below. Any ideas, I'm open. I'm here. So my arms are open. I'm supporting the artists. I always show up for you guys. Always support. Always clapping for you. Please comment. What do you have in store for your career? Possibly within 10 years.
Well, within 10 years, I plan on. Right now, I'm working on. Well, not secretly, but some sort of like collective of kind of like. Well, just some kind of collective where it's not like all hip hop, all rock, all this, all that, but it's basically like a network within itself where there are musicians, photographers, videographers, models, actors, like just different types of people, and it's just like one network. Because like one thing about just anything, like, you know, sometimes you're gonna need somebody to know somebody to be somebody, and that's really big, and networking is really big. But like a lot of times, people aren't willing to open doors. But I'm willing to make a collective of something to where there's an open doors and always like a welcome for those people that just want to express themselves to the world and to the people around. So within the next 10 years, I plan on doing that on top of some upcoming like plans of touring, plans of like just really yeah.
Wow.
So making music, making that collective, merchandising, possibly like some kind of clothing thing in the process. But yeah, next 10 years.
It's Deonta.
Yeah, yeah, it's Deonta. Yes.
Why did you want to start making music?
I wanted to start making music because it was just I wanted to make a feel like when I hear songs like one particular album that I really love is Blonde by Frank Ocean, and there's a few others, but like I wanna make people feel how I felt when I hear music, you know what I mean? And that's always been my goal, is to really just like inspire people to be themselves, and just to give people that feel. Like once you can make somebody feel like something else, or you can take somebody back to a place with just a song, like that's when you know you've like accomplished something big. And that's why I want to make music, because that feeling is nothing that can make you feel like that besides music, you know, so.
When I hear your music, I'm definitely inspired. Like, I definitely have some experience that you have through your music. So I really love your music personally.
Thank you.
And I don't know what vibe. It's different. I can't say that it really gives me a vibe of any artist, because it's so different, and you can tell that you took time to actually find your voice and find what you love. Like when you listen to your music, it's like, I know that you love this. Like, you have a passion for this. It's not just a check. It's not just you getting in front of all these people, because that's a lot itself. Like, getting in front of people is... How do you feel when you're in front of people?
Well, honestly, like when I first started, I was really nervous. Like I'd shake and do things sometimes I mess up, sometimes I run off the stage. But then like I realized like amongst anything, like we're all just people, you know. And like I used to stress about things and like even be nervous on stage, but I'm like thinking like somebody would feel the same way in front of me. Like all these like big artists and stuff, I just think like they probably get stage fright too. You know, you're selling out on stadiums like and like you know, but like it's a mental thing. You know, it's something that I really like. When you really want something, nothing can stop you. Like anything can happen. You know, like that's how I feel. So like because I really want this, nothing is gonna stop me. Not stage fright, nothing like nothing else. So I just keep going. Man. That's
Extra class for you. I've been wanting to get into music, but it's the whole getting on stage thing. Like I tried in high school, and like I was just so nervous. Like the nerves were just enough for me, and I'm like, music isn't for everyone. Yeah. So I'm giving you extra claps because you deserve it. How long have you been singing? You said since 5?
Yeah. Well, I started. Well, when I was in church, when I was a kid, I was in the choir, but that wasn't like. I used to just love singing all the time, on and off, and then like I got into like playing instruments, so I was playing like tuba in middle school through high school and stuff like that. But then like after a while, it was just like I need something like different, you know.
Yes.
So like I just started like singing, using my voice, and it just after a while it just got better and better, and even now I feel like you know. There's always work to be done, you know?
Yes.
You never stop, like, teachers never learn. You gotta keep going, keep learning new things, keep learning techniques and stuff like that, because, you know, you never know, so.
It's crazy. It's like, I briefly remember seeing you holding an instrument.
Yeah.
Like, we've never spoken to each other in middle school or, like, high school, but, like, we saw each other around. I was
very to myself, I was to myself, or I was in my own, I was in my own crowd, really.
And that's who I really noticed. Like, I noticed the people that was to themselves because I was also to myself.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't care about the people that was, like, all popular and everyone else because they were clowns to me.
Yeah.
Like, they were goofs. But ones like you, I was really like, I wonder what he's doing. Yeah. And I noticed you, so. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Well, now I'm coming up on like 5 years.
5?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 16. I bought like this really cheap guitar for like $40. And they do say you get what you pay for. So like I had it for like 3 months and I couldn't really learn it. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then like a couple of months later, I was like, well, I kind of like it. So I just gradually started going. And so I've been playing it for about 5 years now. But like, so it's been, and I'm still learning to this day. Like I'm learning like new things every day. So.
Wow, I'm inspired because I have a guitar. I've tried to pick it up a few times. It's hurt my fingers so bad.
It's gonna hurt like in the beginning, and then like a lot of people like, people like, everybody can play the guitar, but nobody like not everybody wants to stay consistent. When consistency is key, really. Like when you're consistent, that's when you learn. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, when it was sitting around in my house, I was complaining like, I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. But when I actually did it, I'm like, okay. Well, now I know why, because I didn't practice. So practicing is really key.
Wow.
Consistency and practice, all that. Like,
it's a lot of practice when it comes to the guitar, like the whole everything. I have the Jasmine, that's the brand, and it's a very beautiful guitar. It was gifted to me. And, this guy told me that God told him to give him the guitar to me. And he gifted it to me on the Greyhound bus, actually. And I didn't know where to put this guitar, and I still have it. And I'm like, okay, so, maybe this is my gift because, this guy told me that someone gifted to him. It's a gift to me.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Like, with my first electric guitar, I was in, like, this was my music teacher, Mr. Golden, and I was playing in the marching band. And I was playing tuba, and he was like, Gaddy, you're pretty nice on that guitar. I'm going to give you a guitar. But it was like 30 days after, and I was like, please not give me my guitar. Wow. So, like, one day I was in class, and I was always, like, somewhat, like, I was so bored in high school, like, so bored in school in general. I just wanted to play guitar all day. Like, that was my thing. So I remember like leaving the class, like, man, I'm never coming back to school. Like, I'll come around the hall, and he's got this electric guitar, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Like, I worked like everything I have for now. I've worked very hard for. I put all my money. I put all my money towards everything I've done, and it's just it's so worth it. It's an asset, really.
Yes.
When you think about it, people think like, oh, that's like $600. Like really, that's something that's gonna generate wealth, and it's not even about wealth for me, but like having something, having a passion for something and making money for it. That's bliss. That's just utopia.
Oh my goodness, yes,
like,
yes.
There's nothing.
Nothing can trade that
Nothing.
at all in this world. When you have a passion, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
And I definitely can say, I don't know if it's the same feeling that you have, but it's similar. Like, I enjoy music. I enjoy listening to your music. I enjoy even writing music and stuff. And I've never pursued it so much, but I'm sure the feeling is out of this world because I have passions. But how long ago did you start making music?
I've been making music since like 2016. I would write like little poems. Like it really started in poetry. So like I loved like ELA, reading, anything like that since I was kindergarten. Really, I've always been writing poetry for as long as I can remember. And my dad was really into poetry, and so like I've been writing music since 2016, but I've always written poetry, and a lot of my songs that I have somewhat today are from poetry that I've written. So like some people write the melody first, some people write the song first, and I'm really just like in the middle because I'm always doodling like a word or two down, or like saying it to my phone like, hey, here's a song idea, and like I got like 500 of those on my phone, so like it's like so
okay, we have a similarity there because I'll be like traveling, like driving from state to state, and I'll like pull out my phone and just start saying lyrics, like singing lyrics and stuff, and I never finish a song. I'll just be like, I have so many lyrics in my phone of just like parts of songs and everything. So that's pretty.
And then one thing I'm big on, like I know this is kind of like off topic, but like writing future notes for myself, like in a way, like I found one the other day from like 2020 in December, and I was like, wow, this is like crazy, you know. And so like when I go back and listen to the old songs that I probably wrote, I feel like it's me owing it to myself now that I have a bigger platform to like do those songs, you know, because it's like something that I've always wished for, and now that I have like, you know, somewhat of it, of the dream that I want, I can now start like doing what I want. So like it's pretty like it's like it's like it's really nice.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I bet it's the greatest feeling ever. Like for me to be watching you improve and grow, it's the best feeling for me to be in an audience, to see you perform for the first time. I was geez, it was $1 million. It was.
It's really nice. It's really nice. Like I've seen you like when, especially like when I did like Night Market, or like I didn't play that Karma or something like that. Like I've seen you in the crowd. I'm like, oh God, like this is crazy.
You're in my other video too. I was like, I had to get good footage of you because I'm like, geez, he's out here. Like I knew that he was gonna do this, but like, but for you to prove me right, it's like, geez, you're proving me right. It's amazing. This is off topic, but we didn't know that we were going to be wearing the same color, and I just noticed. I noticed a few minutes ago, actually, but yeah, that's also really cool. And we're like color-coded here.
Color-coded.
Is there anything else that you would love to say? Anything that you want us to know? That any music that you have coming up? Anything cool?
Well. Not yet, but I have a project in the store in the process coming out this year. A few shows, maybe possibly an event with a bunch of local artists that I know.
Ooh, so stay tuned. Where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere on Instagram. It's under Itsdeonta. That's IT'SDeonta, and that's. And also, like, it's my record company, like, this is small, but it's like, Deolagage. It's
going to be big.
DEOLAGAGE. GAJDEOLAGAJ. So that's like anywhere like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I really don't do Twitter. I don't know what Twitter is for real. But
Same.
it's like Instagram. It's like all those that had a baby. Like I don't know.
I've never been on Twitter.
Like Twitter is like, and it's so confusing for me. I'm so confused.
I've never been on Twitter.
Please, somebody help me.
I don't know.
Someone explain Twitter to me.
Yeah, I
don't know how to tweet. I don't know how to do it.
Anything about Twitter. Never been on Twitter. Never created a Twitter.
I have a Twitter.
Saw anyone on Twitter.
It's terrible.
It's bad.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's any like artists watching this or anything, I just want to tell them like keep going, because like no matter like how good you are or whatever, stay humble as well. Don't ever fill your head up too much, where you think that you're better than anybody else. I don't care, like, I just think like, Kanye better than everybody else, but like, Kanye, everybody just like, we are all people. We all start somewhere, and where you start in the process, that's the most important thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't skip a stair because you might fall down, and then now you gotta start over. You know what I mean? And be yourself. Never sell out. Don't make art, not content. That's like one of my favorite podcasts.
Wait, say that again?
Make art, not content. That's a podcast.
I can actually put that in my bio.
On Spotify. It's really, it gives you a new insight, because people are willing to like compromise. Like you got people like, I don't know, like the baby, they'll make the same song over and over again. It sounds like the same song. That's content, but you want to keep people guessing. When you start keeping people guessing and you being yourself, that's when the fun is. That's where the fun is. Never make the same thing, or unless you really want to. I mean, hey, but never try to fit in with anybody. Always go to your own. And then one day you might have a crowd. Even if you didn't want a crowd, you're eventually gonna find a crowd. I might one day, somebody might be like, I want to write a song like him, but I just want everybody to be themselves. That's all that matters in the end of the day. So
yes, have fun.
Yeah, have fun too. Yeah. Have fun in the process. Don't stress the process. The process is a process. I mean, you can only do so much, and you can only do as much as you can do today. You can't control the past or the future. Don't get hung up on it. Do what you do today, no matter what it is. You can write the like SpongeBob did on that one episode when he wrote the, and like it was the best I've ever seen in my life. Make you gotta willing to make that not that you can't focus on the yellow brick. You gotta focus on laying that brick, the first brick. You know what I mean? Like it's all about foundation, really. You really can't. Yeah.
I'm inspired right now just listening to your spill.
Yeah, that was a big spill. Yeah.
It was necessary. It was needed, and I'm feeling inspired. Like maybe I can write a song. Not gonna try it, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for
having me.
Creating. Thank you for providing. Thank you for everything. I'm super inspired by your music. I'm always listening to it. It's super different. Your lyrics are amazing.
Thank you.
I can tell that you put so much thought and time into just your lyrics themselves. And the guitar, the company behind the lyrics is like, wow. I'm a detailed person, and I listen to every single thing, and like everything is just so well put together, and I'm like, geez. Geez, like the emotions of listening to your music, I'm like, okay, I have to lay down. Like I'm overwhelmed. But thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna post all of the info in the bio, whether it's Itsdeonta's info and also my info. So thank you so much for everything. Forever and always blessings.